YouTube friends and family. How are you guys doing today? I hope that everyone is doing wonderful and swell per usual. On this good Monday morning, it is June the 22nd, 2026. And it is currently 9:31 a.m. here in Detroit, Michigan. I'm at the hotel. I'm getting ready to go up to my room. I had to come and do something really quickly. Oh, now I need to go back upstairs, get myself together, take me a shower, wash my face, brush my teeth, do my edges, and all that type of stuff. But that's if I'm about to get ready to go out and lift. I haven't lifted. I didn't lift yesterday or the day before. I wasn't really feeling too good yesterday. I kind of wanted to just lay down. And yeah. But anyway, I feel a little bit better today. It's not that I be feeling bad. I just don't be feeling my greatest per se. It's hard to explain. And a part of that, I think, is I needed to change my diet. Like yesterday, I wanted to make sure I ate me a nice amount of greens. So I made sure to incorporate that in my diet yesterday with some broccoli, some greens, some cabbage, mixed. I had ordered from Panda or whatever, so that was good. I think I need to order something like that again today because I just feel the need to eat some vegetables and some fruits and stuff. And I was saying that for me and the kids and stuff, we need to change up our diets. I really just need to give me a house so that I can cook. But anyway, in due time. I was sitting in my car. I was just finishing off smoking a tail or whatever. And I was getting the channel message. I was getting the download from the movie 27 Dresses. Or is it 28 Dresses? Is that it? Or Bridesmaids or something like that. Anyway, it's with the lady and she was like, she had 27 dresses in her closet. They were all bridesmaids dresses because she had been a bridesmaid in everybody's wedding, but she never was chosen to get married. And I think it's 27 dresses. And the 28th dress happened to be her final dress, like her wedding dress. Now everybody who she was there for had the opportunity to wear those dresses and be there for her at her wedding. So I was channeling that just now. So somebody's about to finally get picked. And it's not that they're a pick-me person. Hello. It's not that they're a pick-me, but it's just like they've waited patiently for their turn. And their turn is finally here. I'm hearing my ship has finally come. So it's like their turn is finally here. They're about to get proposed to. Like somebody is really about to love them the right way. They're about to be supported for once in their life. So I was just channeling that. So that's about to happen for somebody. Praying to God that it's me. But even though I've never been like a bridesmaid outside of like my mom when she was alive or whatever, I've never been a bridesmaid in anyone else's wedding. But I've always been there to congratulate, never hate, for those who've gotten married before me or those who had children before me or, things like that. I'll always congratulate, never hate. But it's like one of the things I always wanted was a husband. But not just any husband, a good husband, like one that's going to really love me and one that I love. Like, I don't want you to feel like I'm using you for money or anything like that. If anything, I want you to know that that's the least. Like, I've survived so many days with no money that you should know that that's not nothing that I would ever want to use you for, even though I pray for a husband that's very successful in whatever type of business it is that he runs. So, and for some reason, I'm kind of emotional. So, I don't know. But maybe somebody's emotional, nervous. I'm hearing cold feet. You know how they say sometimes people get cold feet on their wedding day, or like they got the shivers or they're nervous or something like that. That's kind of like how I feel. Anxious is the word. I kind of feel like anxious right now, per se. Like my heart is beating kind of fast or something. I don't know. So somebody's like anxious, they have cold feet or something, or they want to ask somebody to marry them, but they're nervous. I'm hearing say yes to the dress. I'm hearing she's going to say yes, or like don't be nervous, or don't be scared of rejection or something like that. Yeah, and it's like very hard for me to just get that out. It's very hard for me to get that out. Tell your story walking. I don't like to really tell my story walking because I have to hold my phone while walking, and I really don't like to do that. But yeah, I was getting that channel message, 27 dresses. So that was good, or whatever. I'm also hearing protect the egg. I don't know what that means. I'm also hearing Easter, but Easter has passed. But I know Easter, they, with the pagan holiday, they incorporate eggs with Easter. But I'm hearing protect the eggs. And you know what? As I'm sitting right here in the parking lot, I wish Lo was in the car, but we be in the car smoking sometimes. And while I be sitting here, there was a bird's nest. And actually, I'm parked right in front of where it was. And one day, we were sitting out here smoking, and the birds were in their little nest or whatever. And I guess like the adult birds, the mother birds, whatever, they were like off to the side or whatnot. And this big bird just came and snatched one of the baby birds, and it was just holding it in its claws, and a piece of the nest had fell to the ground. And I instantly got mad. I'm like, how can they just let the birds come and snatch the babies like that? They right there. Like, they're right there, but this bird was just so big and aggressive, and it just snatched the baby bird up out the nest. So, I was talking about that, and then we were out here smoking another day, and it's like the same bird came and snatched another baby bird up out the nest, and every time they do it, the big birds, they scatter around. But I get mad every time, like, why the fuck do this bird keep coming and snatching these fucking kids out the fucking nest? And then the parents, listen at me, but the bigger birds, they get to scattering around. It's like they're afraid of this big bird, and it's like a peach and white looking color bird. And that was the second time, and Lo was like, that really pisses you off, don't it? And I'm like, yeah, because how they just letting the bird come and kidnap the babies, and the whole nest had fell. And a nest represents home, and that's just like that was the second time I seen it. And every time they do it, they snatch one of the birds and they carry it in their claws or whatever. So they did that twice, and it pisses me off. But now there's only residue of the nest left here. There's no more little birdies. There's no eggs. And you can see like the adult birds don't even go over there no more, because this one big bird has just came and ruined this family. They just came and took these babies away from their mothers or families, or I don't know what the fuck the sexes of these birds are to say if they the mama or the goddamn daddy, but the fucking family. The flock. They came and snatched these kids away. And that's like my kids. I was telling them, if y'all gonna be rude, whatever y'all got going on that y'all don't want to talk to me about, but y'all want to have these attitudes, you gotta go. But I'm saying it like, how could they not protect them? And I was telling my kids, like, I'm trying to protect y'all. Y'all fighting against me, working against me, and that's crazy. It look like it's about to rain. And I'm like, that's crazy, or whatever. But it still protect the children. The birds are over here, but it's one little bird over here right now. But the nest is gone. Somebody needs to be protected. And I was just hearing protect the egg. And eggs are not developed into birds yet. They haven't hatched. They haven't cracked. They're developing. So maybe somebody is pregnant, And when I channel messages, a lot of times I channel my own energy, but sometimes I channel energy for other people as well. So I'm hearing protect the egg. Maybe somebody is pregnant and you need to protect yourself. Like, shield your egg. Somebody don't want you to have this child. You have to protect yourself. Like, and I'm hearing they want to jump you. They want to jump you. So somebody is pregnant and they want you to have a miscarriage. They want to jump you. Who is they? I don't know. Maybe the man that you're pregnant by, maybe he has another baby mama or an ex, or just females in general. Sometimes it be their own family, the cousins, the sisters. They be jumping, how's you jumping your brother wife? Or, you get what I'm saying? Sometimes people be out of pocket. I understand that. I've not met disrespectful people. But under the same breath, when it comes to blended families and real love, usually that's when the man have to step up and put everybody in their place for his sake. Not even just to be like, oh, I'm protecting my woman or my mother or sister or whoever, but for his sanity. Because you have to imagine being somebody who loves, I love you. I love you as my mother. I love you as my woman, my wife, my baby mama. Or you my baby mama, but now I want to marry somebody else. I still love you. It's no disrespect. You the mother of my child, but I want to move on with my life. That's hard for somebody. I can only imagine. When you want to please everybody, but it's impossible. Trying to please everybody is how you fuck shit up. So for your own sanity, you have to put people in their place. And again, that does not mean you got to be rude. It ain't saying like, oh, you better put your bitches in place. No, it's that everybody has a place. Your place is the baby mother. Your place is the wife. Your place is my mother. And everybody got a line that they do not cross. But we all need to make this shit work for this person's sanity, as well as the kids, holidays, or however you celebrate with your family. So somebody is experiencing something like that, but they have to protect the egg, because you can't stress yourself out about this type of shit either. Like, damn, okay, I really love this man, but his mama don't like me, or maybe his mama like me, but his baby mama don't like me, and I can see that this is affecting him, therefore it's affecting me. But if I'm pregnant, like, this stressing me out. Now, I'm trying to make it through a pregnancy, but I don't want to have a miscarriage because I'm stressed out about what have I got myself into. Some bullshit, a love triangle. What the fuck is this? There needs to be boundaries. There needs to be understanding. People can't walk around and say what's understood don't got to be explained, because common sense ain't that fucking common. Sometimes you need to explain to a motherfucker because they don't comprehend that well. So it's something like that going on. But I'm still hearing 27 dresses. Again, somebody needs support. They want support from their family and their friends. Like, imagine loving somebody and you want to introduce them to your family and your friends, but they are the people who are opposing the relationship. Do you know how that makes somebody feel? Like, damn, I love my family, I love my friends, and they don't want to be around a person that I'm in love with. Something about that is a backfire. It's a misfire. Why is it this way? Somebody is overstepping their boundaries. So my spirit is telling me to speak on that. And it doesn't always have to be family. Sometimes it could be colleagues, co-workers, people. Sometimes people's colleagues and their co-workers are very close to them. They see them outside of work. They go out together. They go picnic at each other's house. The kids hang out. All types of shit like that. I just was watching a movie like that. Was it The Rip on Netflix? And they were like cops or detectives or something, but they hung out outside of work. They did shit that they weren't supposed to do outside of work. They kids all hung out together and shit. But then when you do stuff like that, shit get personal. They start being in your marriage and stuff like that. When the kids fall out, y'all fall out sometimes. It's something like that taking place, but that's all because somebody needs to set boundaries. Sometimes your work relationships can't go outside of work. That's why they don't like for people to date at work. So it's something like that. And sometimes people are very successful with dating at work. But then again, it'd be the colleagues in the business. So something like that is taking place. But these people are in love or something. So that's probably why I'm channeling 27 Dresses. I'm also channeling the other movie that she played in. Is it called Knocked Up? Where her and her sister, they went out. She was a single. Her sister was married with kids and everything, but she was still single. And she had went out with her sister and her friends, and they got drunk at the bar, and then she left and had a one night stand, but she got knocked up. However, she didn't want to have an abortion. She's like, damn, we just met. We only got time to get to know each other through these 9 months, and boom, we about to have a baby. And they started off rocky at first, arguing back and forth and then doubting the situation, but they kept pushing, and they ended up having a baby, and things ended up working out great. Excuse me. Whew. I could breathe a lot better now. I needed to let that out. They seemed to work it out perfectly fine, even though that they were strangers. They were just meeting. They ended up getting pregnant. They worked it out. They talked it out. They started linking up, getting to know each other, spending time together. And as they started doing so, she started expressing herself. Well, I don't like your friends because of this, but we can work it out if we can all come to agreement because of this. And the family started talking to him and welcoming him, and things just started to work out because they set boundaries. What is her name? Is she Demi Moore? Anyway, 27 Dresses and Knocked Up. Those are the movies that I'm getting right now. So it's something like that. And the moral of the story is, even though like everything don't start off perfect or as planned, that doesn't mean that it can't turn out great. I'm also hearing Meet the Fockers, which was another movie where they were introducing each other to the family and things like that, and it was like, oh, her family hates me, or his family hates me. But then, after a while, they end up loving each other. It's something about that that's taking place, because I'm channeling these movies for a reason. Meet the Fockers, 27 Dresses, and Knocked Up. So yeah, something about that. I'm also hearing Cheaper by the Dozen. So again, it's about blending families, like families coming together, and it's starting off rocky, but then it balances out, and everybody's glad that it happened. So something like that is happening, and that's good. I like that type of energy. That's not negative. It's positive, good news. It's proof that you can work things out with communication, with understanding, with love. So yeah, I like this energy. I like this. That's good. That's good. I'm hearing balanced. So that's good. I'm hearing balanced and equally yoked. So that's also probably why I was hearing protect the egg, equally yoked. Like, don't let nobody come in between your relationship. You have to be balanced, equally yoked. And that's where the term what's understood doesn't have to be explained. Because in your divine union, what balances you is what balances you. And don't let nobody come and throw you off balance. I'm hearing the braid, like your marriage is like a braid. It contains the divine masculine, the divine feminine, and God. And once you braid it, a braid is stronger than a twist. When you have just you and your partner, it's not as strong as you, your partner, and God. So I'm hearing wear your braid proudly. I'm also hearing somebody likes braids or natural hairstyles like this. I'm hearing don't put no wigs back on, wear your braids or your twist proudly. But yes, I'm hearing always incorporate God in your relationship. I'm hearing it's time for the divine unions to start coming together. But I'm also hearing like home wrecker. And I was just saying how the bird came and snatched the babies and stuff. I'm hearing sometimes things have to fall apart to be rebuilt. And that's crazy, because I was just scrolling up my reels on Facebook, and it was I had started following a lot of the Detroit pages or whatever, and I was seeing like one of them was showing Dexter, And Dexter kind of been raggedy for a minute, but they're trying to rebuild it, do construction, rebuild some of the buildings and stuff. And it's a lot of big houses over there that needs to be redone. And not trying to be funny, but a lot of white people coming to buy them up. And that was Black Wall Street, Joy Road, Dexter, Linwood. And it's a lot of big brick houses, 2-family flats, and multiple units and things over there. And I'm hearing bring it back. I'm hearing back to life, back to reality. So I'm hearing bring it back. Families thriving. I'm hearing bring back block parties and things like that. Not saying that we got to go back and live and dress and talk like the 90s, but I'm hearing history repeats itself. Why not go back to a time where we were enjoying? I'm hearing Living Single, Martin Lawrence, those were shows around the 90s, early 2000s and things like that where, people were more family oriented is what I'm trying to say. And I'm hearing bring back the blocks, neighborhood watch, block parties and things like that. Rebuild the neighborhoods. We have too many abandoned houses and things like that. So all of that comes together with divine unions. But sometimes, and I'm saying that to say, it was once beautiful. It got fucked up. But now people need to go back, buy houses, buy land, build it up. Stop stealing the money and release it to the people so that we can utilize it, give us the resources, build the city up. And I'm saying that to say, destruction brings construction. And with construction comes new, beautiful, upgraded relationships, families, buildings, communities, lifestyles. Sometimes you have to tear down old shit. You have to get divorces. You have to let people go. Not even in a bad way, but let them stand where they stand. Everybody has free will. You can't force love, force relationships, force marriages just because image, clout, or money. So something like that. But it all starts with ourselves. Like if we start with ourselves, we will then see the changes in the communities is what I'm getting. I'm seeing like the movie Moana and things like that. Again, it started off as a beautiful place. Where does she live? The island of Fatiki or Watiki or whatever. My kids say I say it wrong every time. But, they lived on an island. And the things they were taken from, they lost a lot of things. Families were separated. They lost loved ones and things like that. So their land, they lost harvest. They lost crop. They stopped doing family traditions and they forgot about their ancestors and things like that. So, once Moana came along and she wanted to take a risk and be different, her family was opposing against it. And some wanted to support her, some didn't. But she took the risk anyway. Like, if we don't make a change, we're going to stay like this. I have to go out. I have to see what's better. I have to make a difference. She went out and found Maui. Found the little emerald thing that they needed to get back. And when she brought it back and, did all of that stuff, the land, it became beautiful again. They grew crop. The families came together. They were now able to call in their ancestors. They were able to be voyagers again. They weren't afraid, stuck, and stagnant. It took somebody to be willing to take the risk. So that's what I'm getting. Change is not always bad. Divorce is not always bad. And I've never been married, so I'm speaking on this for some reason. Maybe somebody who watches me is, maybe they're going through a divorce. I don't know. But one reason I've never been in a rush to be married, even though I always say I want a husband, is because I want my first marriage to really be my only marriage. Like, people have goals of only having one baby daddy and stuff like that. That was my goal at one point in time too. But again, life happened, shit changed. But when it comes to my marriage, I really only want to marry one person. Like, I already learned lessons from relationships. I ain't been married before. To take it to that level means that I trust you on a whole nother level. Damn near with my heart. After I done got it broken so many times. So to even trust you that much, to even want to marry you, even think about it, that means I don't want to play with you. So that also means when I come into your life, I want to be exactly what you want me to be too. So, yeah. Somebody needs to know that they're not a home wrecker, and protect your eggs. The bird. You can look at the bird that came and snatched the babies away as a home wrecker. But no. Look, all these other, it's only one bird that came and snatched these eggs away. However, it was a flock of other birds. Nobody tried to even fight back or anything. Not saying, I don't know what birds tussle and stuff. They didn't even try. You know? I'm getting somebody was torn in between the two. I said that happened 2 times. Like, they don't know what to do. And I'm hearing every time I try to leave, something keeps holding me back, telling me I need you in my life. Maybe somebody got kids that they holding over somebody. Like, maybe somebody just had a baby or just had twins or something, because it was two different little birdies. And maybe these people aren't working out, but the woman maybe is holding the children over the man. Or like, well, we just had a baby, like, you don't need to be leaving right now. But even though I know shit fucked up, and it's like, no, if you know shit fucked up, I need to leave right now, because staying is going to make it what, worse? That's where it comes when they say people think baby's going to make shit easier. They don't make it easier. If anything, can make it worse, because now you feel like you obligated to stay. And that's another thing I say, where people be like, oh, she be wanting to have a baby by somebody so bad. No, I don't. Because if you don't want to marry me, I already got kids. I'm already a single mother. If you don't want to marry me, I don't want to have a baby by you. Like, again, we all learn life lessons, and I've learned mine. I have 5 children. And again, my first baby daddy, I spent a long time with him. You know? So, it's, life happens. Again, life happens. But again, sometimes kids, you got to move on from them. You could be a great parent from a different household. That doesn't mean that you have to stop being a parent. You could actually be a better parent when you happy or with somebody else. So it's something like that going on with somebody. I don't know. I'm not dating anybody, or especially that I know they have no kids or brand new babies or nothing like that. No. I only talk to one guy, and from my knowledge, he don't got no kids. So I'm picking up on some, unless I'm being lied to. And why would I be being lied to? I was just telling Lola that the other day. I was like, it's not that I'm naive or gullible, but if we grown as fuck, what the fuck is you lying to me for? Like, you're the one with the problem, not me. It's not my problem that I believed what you told me. You have the problem because you felt like you needed to lie to me. And people always reverse that. I had read a Facebook post the other day that was like, people are quick to bash single mothers. Like, well, that's why you need to be careful of who you have kids by. But they never say, like, well, damn, he came into her life acting as if he loved her. He came into her life willingly planting his seed in her, knowing that can cause her to have a baby. But then once the baby got here, and again, life happened, things changed, he decided to leave. And again, once leaving, he decided not to help. Because you can leave and still help. You decided to leave and not help. And that's the woman's fault. How? Because she should have made a better choice. No, he should make better choices. Again, we supposed to be working together. Not you say, oh, you should make better choices because of this, that, and the other. No. Especially when you're not helping. stay strong, sister. I am, y'all. You know, for the most part, I try to stay strong. Some days I do have to cry, though. You know, who doesn't cry? Some days that's how I have to release some stuff, you know. But for the most part, I keep my head up. And I thank the people like you, Derek, who say encouraging words to me like that. Because it helps. It does. It does. But yeah. It's crazy how people could be so biased to situations. I'm sorry if y'all see me doing this. I got like this little tiny white pimple on my thigh right here on the top, and I'm trying to pop it, but it's so tiny that I'm having a hard time. But stuff like that, it be touchy, it be difficult, but you know, we get through it. Don't let kids hold you back, though. As far as like letting somebody be like, oh, we got kids, so you stuck with me. That's not true. Neither does it make you a bad parent. How you choose to move after you break up determines whether you are still a good provider and parent. Somebody been going back and forth with themselves about that. Or maybe they got somebody pregnant and they want to marry somebody else. Or they were dating somebody and they met somebody and got them pregnant and want to marry them, but they don't know how to tell the person that they were dating that they want to move on with somebody else because, again, people confirmation. People be people pleasing. And sometimes it ain't just that. It's like we all got feelings. You don't want to break nobody else's heart either. It's like, damn, we have been rocking it out for who knows. It could be 6 months. It could be 6 years. And it's like you do have love for that person. So you don't want to break their heart. But your heart matters too. You know how they say, take your feelings up out of it because ain't no money in here. Get your feelings up out of there because ain't no money over here, or some shit, or whatever the fuck the saying is. That's kind of like with head over heart. Sometimes you gotta choose your heart. And when choosing your heart, that means you use your head. You have to make decisions in life. And sometimes they're not easy. I was just seeing, what's the lady name? Eva Agoria or something like that. I don't know. I probably just butchered that so bad. But the girl who was on, what was it? America's Next Top Model or something. The real pretty girl with the short pixie hair and the like hazel eyes. Her name was Eva or Eve or something like that. I had just seen something where she said she was dating another celebrity for a few years, or they were married or something, or dating, and they ended up separating because she didn't want to have kids and he did. And you know, now she has 3 children, and she was like, I feel bad because, you know, when we were together, I said I didn't want kids, and now I got 3 kids. Like, you know, but again, life changes. So maybe somebody feels that way, like, oh, well, when we was dating, I wanted kids, and you said you didn't want kids. Now you moving on and you get her pregnant. Like, what the fuck? And then that can make somebody feel bad. Like, damn, well, when I was dating you, I didn't want kids, but now I'm dating her and I do want kids. Like, it's at the time that we were in then, I didn't want them. It's not that I didn't want them with you. It's just that you're not the one that I'm with when I want them now. And sometimes that's hard for people. But so what? Life is hard. I had something happen like that before where I said I had an abortion. And I was like, because I couldn't afford it right now, I don't need to have another baby, I'm just going to have an abortion, blah, blah, blah. And then I ended up getting cheated on, and he had got a whole nother female pregnant. And she had her baby and everything. And I'm like, damn, well, if you're going to get put on child support and go through all this bullshit, I might as well have to just have my baby. What the fuck? But that was my choice. I ain't mad at her for having her baby. I ain't mad at him. I made the decision. Even though how he was made me make the decision, well, helped me make the decision, I still made it. So again, I don't hold no grudges against him or her. Because what? She had a baby? I don't even know you, girl. You get what I'm saying? So somebody needs to learn that moving on is okay. You let it hurt for a minute and you go on about your business. And sometimes it's not even a bad hurt. It's just like, it would be nice to still have you in my life, but I know I can't no more, so I feel some type of way. And that's okay. But what makes it a problem is when it didn't work out with you and this person, and now they moved on with their life, and now you about to come nagging. Even though y'all might still get along, it's like, why you here? Why you want to pop up at my house all of a sudden? Or why you want to call and text me again all of a sudden? Like, we ain't been doing this. And you see I'm talking to him, or vice versa. You see I'm talking to her, now you want to pop back up. Now you want to go to my mama's house, or now you want to come see the kids. Like, why you doing that? Like, I fuck with you, but at the same time, you know we don't fuck around like this. Like, you know you kind of blocking a little bit. You that's some hating ass shit. Be for real. So, yeah. No, we not having no threesomes. Your turn is over. Go on about your business. It's my turn now. Don't Barbara, this is Shirley me. No. No, we ain't having no threesomes. No, I don't do polygamy. No, I don't got a problem with you. No, you don't got no problem with me because you don't know me. Don't disrespect me. I'm not going to disrespect you. It's so easy. But sometimes people make it hard. So that's why I'm channeling it. But somebody got to be strong enough to choose yourself. Choose love. Don't be influenced by everybody else and the influences of the world. That's how you win, when you choose yourself. And that's what I'm hearing. Like, Isleah, that's why you're about to win. Because you chose yourself. You chose to let go of drama. You chose to fix yourself the best way that you could with whatever resources that you had. You chose to take the time to work within. And that's why it's about to be your turn. Like 27 dresses. Don't let nobody tell you, oh, you didn't know this person long enough for this, that, and the other. That's why I was channeling knocked up. So, I'm here. I can ease your mind, babe. I know what you're thinking. It's alright. So somebody's mind is at ease now, and it's like, I needed to talk to you about that, but I didn't know how you was going to take it. But now my mind is at ease. So, yeah, somebody needs to have a conversation. Like, it could all be so simple, but you making it hard by keeping things to yourself for no reason. Again, it's all about setting boundaries, talking things out, balancing it out. Confirmation. Yeah. My stomach growling. I need to go eat. I don't know what I want to eat. I still got some of my food left from last night. I might just heat that up. Then I'm going to have to get my boys something too. Because Mari and Mally are upstairs asleep. I'm trying to debate on if I want to take them to this thing I said I was going to take them to today. I'm going to ask them if they want to go. I believe that the fireworks are supposed to be today too. I don't know if it's going to be raining then though. Because it look like you don't know what it want to do. This side of the sky is gray. This side of the sky is cloudy but blue skies. This is cloudy with gray. misbehave at the fireworks because, you know, we need to start having events that we can enjoy without them being shot up or fights or teens taking over. That shit getting old. Goddamn. That's what I'm saying. Like, we need peaceful days, like river days and shit like that, where we can have carnivals and all that type of stuff again, and we don't gotta worry about our kids getting hurt, shot up, or us. And, you know, I was reading the comments on my page yesterday, or on the Facebook post, where they were talking about the Detroit fireworks, and it was a lot of people like, well, I ain't going. Every time it's something downtown, it gets shot up, and they right. But that's what I'm saying. It shouldn't be like that. You know? Come on now. What the fuck is that for anyway? You took your ass down there. You knew it was about to be a lot of people. So therefore, you know somebody might bump into you. You know somebody may mistakenly step on your shoe. That's why stop trying to go everywhere dressed to fucking impress and you don't want nobody to step on your fucking shoe. They stepped on your shoe, now you want to shoot. But you knew it was crowded as fuck. Who dumb? You or them? Oh, you want to take your ass down there with the buffs and all that type of shit on. Stop snatching glasses. That's played the fuck out. But still, if you know that they may snatch your glasses and it's a crowd of people down here, you gonna start shooting up the crowd because somebody snuck you and took your glasses? You shouldn't have wore that shit. But again, everybody got to be flashy and try to go downtown. The last time I was downtown in the middle of the night, you know, everybody get to driving all crazy, blasting their music, and that's cool. You know, you have a good time. Just be safe. But it was this one guy, you know, he pulled up on the side of me or whatever, and he had a loaf of money that he fanned out or whatever, and he hanging it all out the window, and my window was all the way down, and he was very much so arm reach. I'm not that type of female. But what if I was? Or these niggas don't give a fuck. And again, they have the intentions of going to rob motherfuckers like you, who flashy as fuck. Like, chill the fuck out. When you got money for real, it shows. You don't got to be fanning your money out for somebody to knock you upside your motherfucking head and take all of it, and then now you want to shoot up everybody you don't even know who stole from you. But it's because you were physically flashing a loaf of money, hanging it out the car, trying to drive, trying to smoke the blunt, just doing all too fucking much. Not saying that, but again, if you want to go downtown with your buffs on, with your chain on, with nice shoes and stuff on, you know, sometimes it's a right time and place for everything, is what I'm saying. There's nice restaurants down there where you can go dressed to impress. But why in the fuck you trying to go to the fireworks like that? People got their kids out here, they trying to barbecue, and you think ain't nobody about to step on your shoe. That's what I'm saying. You the dummy. The shooting, a bit much. You know all these fucking kids down here. The fighting, a bit much. Old people trying to come down here. People trying to come down as families. It's babies and strollers. It's... What the fuck y'all doing? And it ain't even just the downtown thing. It's anywhere. Like, to be honest, guns are for self-defense. You got to think about this shit. So for the most part, if everybody walked around like they had common sense, we really shouldn't be needing a gun. We have to get guns because you idiots are stupid. Y'all think y'all should be robbing people and killing people. That's why people feel the need to protect themselves. But for the most part, your gun should be to protect your home. You know, for burglaries or martial law. Things like that. Not really, you shouldn't really have to carry a concealed weapon. We have to carry concealed weapons because you motherfuckers are stupid. Concealed weapons should be for people, like, again, of authority. You know, maybe animal control, or some people who might have to shoot a species of some sort or some shit like that. But just anybody being able to go buy a gun and conceal gun, that's the problem. Because people don't know how to control their anger. They move off emotions. That's why I said get your feelings about that shit. Ain't no money in there, or whatever the fuck they be saying. People move off emotions. They don't know how to let shit go. Oh, he think he gonna leave me after 15 years of dating? Oh, I'm about to show him. Now you want to kill somebody, girl? Oh, kill yourself. You don't know how to move on? And that triggers the other person. Because damn, it's like, now you won't leave me alone. I'm trying to leave you alone. I'm trying to let you move on, but you still find a way to fuck with me. Again, because some people don't know how to let shit go and move on. But it's okay to change. People are possessive too. Because I'm hearing Future, like, even if I hit you once, you part of my collection. It's some people like that. They feel like, oh, well, if that's my baby mama, she gonna always be my baby mama. No, the fuck I'm not. Yes, I'm gonna always be the mother of your child. You are right. But what the fuck? I'm the mother of the child. That's it. Yes, we may have had good times. We probably laugh about some shit from the past and all that. We ain't got to be beefed out, but I'm just the baby mama. That's like your friend. Your old friend from back in the day. Oh, yeah, we go back like 4 flats on the Cadillac, but that's just my baby daddy. You know, it ain't got to be... No. When I move on with my life and give me a man, that's my kid's father, or that's my ex, or, you know, it's boundaries and respect. The whole purpose of this video. No, your ex don't need to come the fuck over no more and chill and smoke. I don't give a fuck if she's still cool with the family and the friends. Your ex don't need to come over here and be sitting with us. Is you dumb? I don't even give a fuck if y'all do business together and that person got to come to the house to do the business. Okay, how long that's about to take? About an hour. And this transaction is over. Adios, amigos. It ain't no bad blood, but adios, amigos, my friend. You can go now. People need to learn how to set boundaries. And it ain't no disrespect. I even had to learn that myself. Because I had guys that I used to talk to and fuck with that I would still pull up on. And it's like, even if I'm just pulling up on them smoking and talking and shit, it's like, dang. Sometimes you'll be flirting with me. Or, you know, sometimes we be flirting. And maybe your girlfriend, I'm pretty sure she ain't gonna like that. So I should stop hanging around you. Because if I want to, you would allow me to take it there. Actually, it's me having more respect for your relationship. So I'm going to stop coming around you. It's not me being funny. It's me respecting what you got going on. Because I know if I keep coming around, it's going to be a problem. Not because I'm going to start acting fake, but because it's going to fuck with your relationship and the person that you got to go home with every night. And I don't want to interfere with that. Because I'm a woman as well. And I know I would feel some type of way if my baby daddy, who I'm in a relationship with and live together with, is spending time with another bitch. So, again, I ain't stupid. But that's why I be friends with people. I be real with people. And I think I'm able to do that because I'm not in a relationship. So I ain't cheating or lying. And that's what I was telling Cliff when I was talking to him. I'm like, how could you believe me when I tell you one thing? If I was telling you like, oh, well, yeah, when I first met you, I was talking to somebody and blah, 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 but I haven't talked to them since this, that, and the other. And you believe that, but you wouldn't believe if I be like, oh, I don't be fucking with nobody. I don't fuck with niggas, da, 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 da. How could you believe one thing I say, but not the other? And I'm being real with you. Technically don't owe you no loyalty, we just friends, but I'm telling you the truth because I don't have a reason to lie. That's how you start stuff off, by being truthful. You don't start shit off with lies. So if I was truthful enough to tell you like, oh, well, I was talking to somebody, you know, recent enough to say, oh, I had just fucked this person, blase splee, I'm being honest with you. And that goes back to me saying dating. I understand, like, if I'm first meeting you, you got a few people you talking to, I understand that because you were dating. But after a while, bitch, what, bitch, is you dumb or something? You confused? You think you supposed to keep on dating four bitches? You don't think you supposed to start weeding them out and like, okay, this is who I feel like I'm more compatible with, or I will be able to build with, or I will be able to work with, so I'm going to focus my time with this person. You still think you a fucking clown trying to juggle balls and bitches and shit? Bitch. Okay. That's that shit I don't like. Because you too grown. It don't take a grown man or a grown woman that long to know if they want to fuck with you on some real shit or not. It only takes a confused person or adolescent to figure out, and only adolescents because they still learning. Granted, grown people are still learning every day too. You know more than a kid. Stop being childish. Wanting your cake and eating it too. And yes, I hate the phrase, because who the fuck would want some cake and not eat it? But some people do the most. They want a 7-layer cake. And they want to eat that whole bitch. Acting like Matilda's fucking auntie or whoever the fuck that bitch was. The principal or whoever the fuck the lunch hoe was who ate the cake. Anime. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They want to take it there, or they want to force you to eat the fucking cake like Ike. You niggas be, ooh. Ooh. This is why I become an event to my digital diary, because what the fuck? It says, if you think a handgun, rifle, or shotgun will help you during martial law, you've never seen what you've been against. Baby, you're right about that. But I'm saying those, I'm just being like more realistic, trying to dim it down, because technically certain people was built for martial law. But, and I ain't saying that a human body can stand gunshots or nothing like that. But anyway, I'm just saying, carrying handguns around for nothing is the reason that people get shot up. Because you wouldn't have to carry a handgun around if you didn't feel the need to defend yourself. Who you gonna shoot? A duck? No, these motherfuckers be shooting each other, shooting up cars, houses, and every fucking thing else. They don't need them. That's the point that I'm trying to make. You know, I could see authorities having guns, and that's what I'm saying, martial law. You know, people in authority and things like that. Other people, that's the problem. And sometimes even people with authority misuse their authority. But yeah, I'm just talking about a few different things that just happened to pop up as I was sitting here, just thinking about relationships and stuff like that. Even though I haven't been in one for real in a minute. But you know, again, I'm talking about it because it's time. But and time for me to have somebody of my own. Not none of that sharing shit, lying shit and shit. I was just telling that to Lo too. I'm like, shit, I ain't even had nobody like outside of my kids, with shit been so fucked up. We ain't even really been doing shit like that for our birthdays. But I'm like, I ain't really had nobody I had to buy gifts for nothing like that anyway. Timu love texting me. They text me more than anybody. But what was I saying? I haven't had nobody that I really had to like buy things for real. as far as like romantic or dating somebody, because most of the time when I be talking to somebody or something, we don't be in a relationship. They just be cool, even if we friends with benefits. And when their birthdays come around, they be having so many bitches or baby mamas and all that shit. And you better tell your bitch to buy you something for your birthday. I'm not saying that you can't buy your friend shit, but you niggas, y'all be, if you about to go spend your birthday with your woman, baby mama, female, other hoes, whatever, and you want to see me the day before or later on that day of or the next day like I'm a side bitch, I'm about to side eye your ass like a side bitch, and you better go tell your bitch to buy you something. The fuck is wrong with you? But that's why I don't be cheating and doing all that extra shit, because why would I be putting myself in situations where I gotta buy people shit and multiple people at that? When I'm about to devote to somebody and really be signing up for that type of shit, it's gonna be that person, you that nigga. Because baby, please fuck the rest. What that means, say, I'm a lady to the guy that I like, but if you other niggas get boosie, bitch, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. So yeah, that's why you can tell if I like you. Because if I like you, and that don't really mean too much, you could tell when I love you. Because when I love you, I invest my time into you. Because other than that, I'd rather go lay down or something. And that's funny, because if I don't like going to people's house, so if I come to your house and want to lay down, I really love you. Because, and it ain't got shit to do with the house being nasty and none of that type of stuff. I don't be feeling comfortable around certain people's spirit. So if I come to see you more than once or something, I fuck with you for real. And it ain't nothing like me being bougie or nothing. It's just me protecting my energy. So, I love you too. Yeah. Y'all see this pill bottle, but ain't shit up in here but motherfucking tails. Okay, that's my medicine. Emergencies. And really, I don't be having to smoke the tails because shit, I be straight. I just don't be wanting to roll up and do all that extra. Tails is already broke down weed. If I unravel them, sometimes I don't even feel like doing that. But tails already broke down, already strong. I mean, you know, the weed already budded. I don't gotta break it down. Which I really hate, because that's why I hate rolling too. Because I finally learned how to roll, especially if I got me some scissors or something. I got me a nice little leaf. I can roll me a nice blunt. Lo talk about some, yeah, you can roll, Leah. Because at first, Lo just wanted to do all the rolling. But now I don't like rolling, so I be wanting her to do all the rolling. And again, if you know, that's like, Lo's like my bestie. She be like, you swear I am. I mean, she is, though. But I don't like rolling because the smell of the weed gets stuck into my fingertips. That's why I be having to get me some hand sanitizer. Like, it gets stuck in my fingertips from smoking it anyway. But to break it down, it really be stuck in there. Then don't let me have to go wash my hands and it don't get all the way out. And then I got to pee and wipe myself. And even though I use the tissue, now the tissue got a little bit of weed smell on it. And I don't wipe myself. I don't want my cooch smelling like weed. And I don't want to roll. For a lot of reasons. I just want to smoke. But if I got to, now I will. And I'm going to wash the fuck out of my hands. Alcohol them first. That's why I be keeping stuff like this. Because I do smoke a lot. And I be having to keep me some mints and stuff too. Because even if I brush my teeth and all that, being that I do smoke a lot, I'll get dry mouth. And dry mouth make your breath stink. So I'll be having to keep it moist with mints. I know I'm just talking about a whole bunch of shit, but that's what my digital diary is for. I don't got no friends like that for real. And I can't talk Lil ear off 24/7 because she got to go to work and do all that stuff. And I be having to let her live her life. And I be telling her that, like, Lil, you be around me and my kids a lot. I will definitely understand if you want to go. And not saying it like that because she grown as fuck. She do what she want to do. I ain't saying like I let her go because that's not how I'm saying it. People be being funny. But like I understand you want to go and be with your friends and all that type of shit. But it's like how Lo is. She got such a love for me and stuff like that. She always makes sure I'm straight in a way, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know. And I be telling her, like, don't be doing too much. I don't want you to feel like I'm taking advantage of you or nothing like that. Like, don't be doing too much that you don't have to do. And then I ain't talking about just, like, it's crazy to explain because I ain't saying it, like, spending up money and doing all that type of stuff. She's very caring, like, because she know all the stuff that I be going through is what I'm trying to say. So she like overprotective to make sure like, Leah, you straight, you know, you okay? Ain't none of that weird shit going on, ain't nobody fucking with you, you know. I'm hearing like that's what friends are for. And I don't have any friends. If anything, Lo is the closest thing that I have to a friend right now. That's why I be like, that's my bestie. Because I don't talk to people. So. And I don't care to. Not to sound weird or antisocial, because when I get around people and I'm up and I'm awake and I'm, you know, I talk to people. I'm not stuck up, but I do like being alone. Like, I'm a homebody and stuff like that. I like to go out when I'm comfortable with you. That's why I be like, oh, when I get me a man, that's when y'all gonna see me going out. Because I'm gonna go out with my man. But other than that, I don't fuck with motherfuckers. And I don't be wanting people to take that offensive. It's just who I am. I'm hearing every time I pop out, it's a movie. Van Diesel. Because I don't fuck with people for real. It's just me. Yeah, y'all. I'm about to go up here. I will talk to you guys later. I need to give me something to drink. That's why my voice is so raspy, because I haven't drunk anything yet. And then I still gotta go up there, wash my face, brush my teeth, and all that. I literally woke up like this, so look, skin's still all oily and greasy because I be greasing my hair up before I go to bed. So yeah, and that's what I hate about the hotels and stuff. Like, they always use white sheets, and I hate to stain up their sheets and their towels, but I use a lot of oils. Like, I ain't saying when I get out the shower that I'm still dirty, but like when I get out the shower and I do decide to put on some oil, then I take the towels and dry my hands or get off any excess oil, or once I get done greasing or washing hair and now the towels look stained, and I hate that. They need to soak up in some bleach and baking soda and stuff like that. But when I say I want to wash the towels myself, they be thinking I be being funny. Or I ain't necessarily saying this particular hotel, but the other hotel, when I made a mistake and took the towels, really because I wanted to wash them. And then I was wearing a wig, so I had the lace tint, and that had got on the towel. So that's what I mean when I say I stain towels. Not necessarily dirt, but the products that I use, they stain the fucking towels. My hair oil is dark yellow. Sometimes they get on the pillowcase. I need to get me a silk bonnet. And I don't know what happened to the other bonnet that I had. Just like I don't know what happened to my shirts and some of my stuff. Some of my stuff just is gone. I don't know what the fuck happened to it. So I had to buy a bonnet. And I need to get some baking soda too. But yeah. Anywho, guys, I'm about to go ahead and go on upstairs. I just wanted to take some time to myself, talk to my digital diary. This be my me time sometimes, just in my car. I get to think, relax. Not that I don't be relaxed upstairs. You know, it's just Mally and Mari here. They don't be bothering me. None of my kids really bother me unless them older ones till they get on that bullshit. But my younger kids, we be chilling. I'm about to go up here. Mally do need to do some of this little school stuff. So I want to help my baby. Since he didn't go to school this year, like, I'm going to put him in the first grade. But when I do put him back in school, I don't want him to be behind. And you know how sometimes kids be behind, so they be embarrassed to ask questions and stuff like that. I don't want him to be like that, because Mally is very, very, very smart. Like, logical and everything. He's very smart. The boy done been here before. I'm telling you, he got to be reincarnated or something. But that's the thing. He don't care to do that sitting down learning shit. Writing, reading and doing all that. Like, for what? We got tablets and shit for that now. Like, what I gotta do all that for? I can speak into the mic and do this, or, you know, I might need to learn know how to spell a little bit, but for the most part, I can do this, do that. Like, kids are very technical now. They know how to work tablets, computers, phones, and everything better than half the adults. And that's what I'm saying again about times changing. Even now, like, you know, we used to have to be quick to go pick up a book or a encyclopedia or a dictionary, and now we be like, hey Siri, hey Google, Gemini, Alexa. What the fuck we wasting all that time to book? Audio book, Amazon, please, Kindle me. You know, all that type of shit now. We don't gotta do all that extra shit. And that's, people have to adapt to change. But reading is still fundamental. You know, you can't let go of everything from the past and things like that. So I don't want him to be behind in that. So I need to actually take time. I said like 2 hours a day and dedicate, even if I break it up like 30 minutes here 4 times a day or something. I need to sit and dedicate that time to him, or 2 hours straight, however we need to do it, so that when school goes back, he's used to sitting down, used to having to listen to somebody, used to having to learn. Because right now, he's pretty much, I ain't saying he used to not having to listen to me, but we free-spirited, you know, he don't got to listen pretty much to nobody else, is what I'm saying. And that's where a lot of kids have problems where going to school. It's like, you ain't my mama. That's why badass kids be quick to say, you ain't my mama. I don't want him to be like that. You listen to your teachers. When they tell you to sit down, you have to sit down. You can't just go to play and recess and all that type of shit because you want to and you don't want to feel like doing this. That be kids' problems. They don't feel like doing it. And I be witnessing my son like that right now. I tell him, like, go write your first and last name 5 times. He'll write that shit 5 times real quick, scribble it real down, because he ready to go back and play Roblox. No, you need to take your time. You need to write this so that it's neater than this, because I can read it, but I don't like the way it look. You need to take your time with that. But he don't feel like it. So he hurry up and zoom through and want to go back and get on the tablet. So I know. I ain't oblivious to it. I ain't acting like I can't see it. I know when he get ready to go to school and he likes to do what he want to do. That's just like when he was going to kindergarten. And he was like, yeah, some days he'd be wanting to go to school, and then some days he'd be like, yeah, I don't feel like it today because they're going to be telling me what to do. Mally, they're your teachers. They're supposed to tell you what to do. Unless they telling you to do something that you know you're not supposed to do, you have to listen to your teachers. He'd be ready to go to recess. That sitting down learning shit, he got better shit to do in his head. So, yeah. But very smart. You sit down and talk to him, you will know that. Very intelligent young man. So yeah. Maybe I'm about to go up here and do that right now. After he get up, I'll get them up, have them brush their teeth and stuff. I really need to go get my baby some eczema lotion. I need to put that on my agenda today, or do that this afternoon, because he has like this little dry spot right by his nose, and I keep putting Vaseline and stuff on it, but that Vaseline ain't cutting through that dry piece of skin right there. He needs some moisturizer. That Vaseline just sitting on the top. He needs something that's gonna cut through. But I can't put stuff on him like coconut oil and shea butters and raw natural stuff like that, because they fuck him up. I think it's almost like how people have peanut allergies. But he can eat peanuts. He eat peanuts, almonds, all that. But to put that stuff on his skin, his skin is very sensitive. Like mine. My skin is very sensitive too. I can at least use some cocoa butter and shea butter and stuff though. I have bought me some and I don't know what happened to it. That's what I'm saying. My little shit just be... And y'all know what I like to use shea butter for? I like to put shea butter in my hair. It make my hair so soft. Can't put it in Miley's though. That's why his shit be beat the fuck up. I got to find something. You know what? Beeswax, but I need to find something to mix with it. Me and Love, I was telling Love what I was gonna get some Lev. That's a really good moisturizer. That's what I'm gonna have to get to put on his hair to brush it, because he's so fucking sensitive. Anyway, I'm just yapping now. I love y'all. I'll talk to you guys later. I wish y'all nothing but love, joy, peace. Oh, she real slow. But they took time to put all them W's. Anyway, I wish you guys nothing but love, joy, peace, happiness, abundance, good health, good wealth, prosperity, and all that good shit that us good ass people deserve. I'm about to close up my digital diary for the moment, and maybe I'll be back to digitally talk to you guys later. And yes, this is my digital diary. So it's just like a diary. You know, you write in it. Nobody else is writing in it. So usually when you see me talking in my digital diary, I'm in the car, but I'm talking to my camera. It's recording live for my digital diary. So it's not like I'm talking to myself. As you can see, there's 14 likes here, even though that's not much to many. That means that somebody was watching it and they liked it. So it ain't even that I'm talking to myself. I'm openly talking to the people who want to listen. And if you think that I'm slow, or you don't want to listen, or you feel that I'm weird, you're weird for staying, because you have the free will to never come back to this page again. And when you got the free will to do something, but you choose to put yourself somewhere that you don't want to be or you don't like to be, you're slow. So who's slow again? But yeah, have a good day. I love you guys.